I would imagine this is 102's map. Didn't really pay too much attention as we're trying to sort out our problems there, but leading up to the next quad in about 30 seconds time, so I'd imagine Kook is going to try and stack that, or somebody else in the yellow room. He's got the Mega. Let's have a look at... Oh yeah, of course, I can't even see some of the stats anymore, can I? Because I'm not a bloody pro.
Nidis, you are what is called second-class citizen, as I mentioned earlier. All the stats will have to be
like
relied upon by me.
Noctis getting taken down there. Looks like could build up for a nice quad attack here, though he's going pretty late, Kook. Should still make it, I reckon. And it's a good attack, yeah, by 102, although Neutralizer's just grabbing that one, going down pretty quick. What kind of quad count are we looking at for each team?
Well, so far, it's 2 quads to Neutralizers with only 29 seconds, and 3 quads to Deliberate Murder, 53 seconds. So pretty even on the quads, and even in the score lines as well. I'll leave the stats up on the screen just for the moment, just so people can take those all in.
So kind to our viewers.
And we are definitely in for a close game, Dis. I mean, 10 minutes and to be even in score, that is a real indication that these two teams are playing at the same level.
Were pointless, and I'm actually glad we missed them. It's a positive. It was the plan all along.
There's no point. The game starts now.
Who are you following at the moment then? Fears?
I am following Fears indeed, Dis. One of the best players in the scene at the moment. Very exciting player to watch.
56% rail, 36 LG. Just working that kind of rail area with the rest of his team actually Neutralizers. Interesting lineup then that Neutralizers have got since we last saw them. Got a couple of Russian players. It's pretty much dominated by Russians, isn't it, nowadays?
Well, exactly. The Russians, they're such a strong TDM nation. They have so many good players, and good to see them playing in games like this, the top level of TDM.
I can't imagine that that they wouldn't maybe reach a final of a Nations Cup, if not win it. I mean, every final, like consecutive final in a row, we've seen 102 reach it, and this time 2 extra Russians.
You do always have to bear in mind potential connection issues with their players, but you know we've seen their players overcome those issues so often anyway. It doesn't really seem to affect them that badly. 10 seconds to go till this next quad, the second half of the map. These are the important quads building up to this now. Neutralizers have taken that lead, working around the red a little bit more efficiently than 102. Couple of seconds though, and 102 have moved in. Cooler takes this one, shotgun in hand, takes out Fears pretty quick, sharpish. Wow, surprise Cast didn't go down quicker, and Noctis takes him out with the plasma. Ouch. Yeah, good work. Even though they managed to get the quad away that time, as all good teams will, Neutralizers don't allow that quad to get going on a run. This game will stay close because of that.
Neutralizers got their superstar. Who is their superstar in that team? Noctis?
Well, it has to be, doesn't it? So many legendary performances from Noctis. We'll all think back to that game against France on this map as well, that he just absolutely destroyed them on.
Krista as well, though, moving in with that railgun, taking over that yellow LG room. Always important to control that one. Yellow armor.
Yeah, you can see they're committing most of their team here at the moment, so it would be inadvisable for 102 to push in at this time, but you know, you'll have to be certain that they'll be planning a push at some point. I mean,
the thing about this map is there's sort of became times where either the red was seen as the dominant tactic or controlling the yellow LG, but realistically, it's like you've got to control one side, but then when you lose that, you've just got to get in position to control the other, and it's just a to and fro tug of war over controlling the most.
Yeah, you sometimes have to settle for what you have at the time, even if it's not what you want, because if you let the entire map slip, you know, at this level, that results in going so far behind that it can be impossible to recover.
Watching these two teams now, they seem really adept on this map, adapting to either side of it here. Following Cass at the moment, shotgun. He goes down to Cooler's plasma, point blank range. Just spamming that inside that yellow LG room. Looks like they're trying to mount an attack on that area. And
control of the yellow might have actually
it could be an important time.
But we are coming up to quad, of course, and yeah, last yellow can be important. Last lightning gun for
not being taken though.
Control this quad.
Looks like Neutralizers with the quad lightning gun in hand. He's got a railgun and a shotgun to back him up. Lower yellow in his hands. Kook going down. Mega as well. Got to be careful up the staircase. Decides to avoid that wisely. Didn't want to be calling out Noctis, did we, Vor? always got to be cautious as well. They teleport when you've been spotted, so he's just going to have to work his way around this area very carefully. Misses his rail shots, but lightning gun in hand, sees one player up, takes the risk. He is quite stacked now. That's really nice play, taking out 2 more players right before the end. What was that, 4 or 5 kills? Very nice squad run.
Yeah, and that's such an important thing to do as well. Right at the end of the run, those 2 kills took away 2 weapons. Now plasma gun, probably not as vital as the railgun that he confiscated, but going to leave 102 in a bad situation for the moment. You know, they're now fallen behind to the biggest lead we've seen in this game, 20 frags, and
wow.
Now all of a sudden the momentum
really
is very
nice
much against
the map there. He's going to take out one more machine gun down, but that run was especially good as well because he managed to, well, he didn't rush in and get himself killed straight away. 102 started spreading out across the map a bit, and he was able to pick one off at a time. Took over the yellow, of course, so neutralizers had control of that for the last minute or so. I think they've lost it now, but then moved in and took the red after that. So really nice map run across the whole of the map. And I mean, a quad run like that really sets you up for the next quad in theory.
Yeah, it does. You can try and ride the momentum of the previous quad all the way up till the next one.
Doesn't necessarily look like that will happen though. Cook in control of the lightning gun yellow room. We've got 20 seconds before quad. There'll be one more yellow just before, but only 2 seconds, so he won't be able to make it in time. Might as well start pushing now. Really nice play.
Yeah, he's used a lot of his lightning gun ammo, but there should be one more lightning gun before this quad, and he's going to need that because, you know, he's got some weapons, but he doesn't have the ideal weapons for a push all the way around to quad. But now with this ammo, he's looking really good.
Really.
Slightly late though.
There you go, Cooler.
Not going to give the lightning gun to Cooler.
I think he's
might be
surely going to give it to no. He just runs off. Cooler with the shotgun though. Should be pretty effective anyway.
Could be, but I'd sure rather have a lightning gun, especially in that situation right there. That's when Cooler would really want the lightning gun.
Does eventually get that support. He took a lot of damage to that. Gets a second frag. And Neutralizer's really on the back foot here though.
Yeah, they are, but 102 desperately needed that quad run. You know, after Nox's previous quad and the 20 frag lead, they've gone some way to repairing the damage. It's now 10 frags of difference, and they can try and work their way back into this game.
Map, and we have got 2 quads remaining. And I mean, each of those frags, I mean, what was that? Cooler got 3 frags, maybe 4. Nox has got 5, I think. But we've seen 10 frag quad runs on this map, so it'll all be turned around very quickly. With the conversion frags as well from the rest of your team. Cooler waiting on this railgun, picks that up. He's got close to a red armor in his stack. Ooh, cheeky rail coming out there from Casa, though he goes down. That rail's going to be confiscated.
Well, Latromi Immortal did not really fancy having that rocket right in his face, but nonetheless, really good work by Cooler. And wow, taking this red now as well. They are setting themselves up to a really nice situation leading towards this quad. Still 30 seconds away, but the amount of items they've taken in the last 10 to 15 seconds, they are looking really good.
Cooler kind of very much, the way he plays his duels as well, he's kind of thought out objectives about how he's going to work his way around the map to achieve something. Nice grab of the red there by Cook, gets a couple of frags in there, shotgun in hand, palms it off to a teammate.
And all of a sudden, there's 4 frags of difference now, Dis, and if they can secure this quad, yeah, Kook is looking really nice for this. No lightning gun ammo remaining, but certainly secure.
Really could do with that shotgun he gave away now, though he has got the ammo for the lightning gun. Oh, and a shotgun in back up. Oh, heavy rockets, but he was stacked enough, and he's going to grab this red. He's got to be careful, still needs the health, gets caught out from behind with that rocket launcher he left.
Yeah, it's really nice teamwork there by Neutralizers. He may have got a couple of kills, but he'd have certainly expected, I think, to actually do more with that quad, and they countered him nicely.
Rocket and a rail, but only had 3 health. Didn't drop a weapon though, wisely. Noxus waiting on this red, couple of seconds to defend it out. Going to take a bit of damage, but does reward himself with the armor. And catches out Cook.
And once again, lightning gun yellows under the control of Neutralizers, and they still hold a good lead. I think going back to that quad, they really did a good job of countering that, because, you know, you think stack that Pavel had, Cook had, this could be quite different now, but 9 frags lead they hold.
Yeah, there's only 1 quad left as well, so I mean, 1 or 2 are going to have to pull something out on this final quad. It's close enough that, you know, they can still do it, but they really can't give away a quad to Neutralizers. in these last couple of minutes.
They need to really minimise the deaths leading up to this final quad as well, because you know it could get to the point where even a good quad run won't make up the difference.
Just stalking the underground with his 5 health. On this map, it's kind of like, I might as well just rush in and commit suicide and get a fresh spawn, because there's not a lot of health going around. Noctis gets the frag.
And I think you'd have to say, with the control they look to now have of this Lightning Gun Yellow Room, it's very unlikely that they can throw this game away from here. And this is a nice push by Noctis. It will just get away, but I think he's being herded towards another Neutralizer's player.
Nice work.
And that is really nice teamwork.
They lock that down. They're just going to confirm victory here, surely, with this quad run. Chrissa with the grab. Kills his teammate to pick up that LG. He's only got 25 ammo in, though, so I think it was passed off before he killed him. Extra ammo and extra armor on this run. Going to pick up another frag on Kook through that teleporter. Kula's surely going to be taken out by his teammates. It's finding it difficult to pick up the frags here, but...
yeah, Crisis' aim is not as sharp as it would normally be expected to be.
Still picks up, what, 4 frags on that run. And secures out the victory on this first map of this grand final.
Yeah, and this is a... well, I don't know about in recent form, but certainly in the past, this has been one of Deliberate Murder's best maps.
Yeah, they've always been such a strong team.
But you'd have to say that, you know, we're in the grand final. It is Neutralizers. They have a great lineup themselves, so we're not expecting, you know, each team's best map to count for as much as it might normally do. You know, these teams are both very strong on all maps.
Excellent victory for Neutralizers, 1-0 up in the series. Look at that, Noctis, 62 score, only 47 deaths.
Yeah, really
leading
away. I don't have the
pro scoreboard anymore. I'm really sad. This makes me want to spend money.
It's a shame. I don't even remember what the non-pro scoreboard looks like.
It looks like you want to upgrade for. That's what it looks like.